Okay, this is the arch into the national park. Straight ahead, it says Vicksburg National Military Park. And you can see a car go down the road there. This thing's very hilly. Very hilly. We'll be doing part 2. Don't forget to watch part 1. This will be in part 2. And then if you didn't see part 1, find my part 1 and watch that too. Okay, that's it. See ya. Okay, this is tour stop number 6. This is called Thayer's Approach. John Thayer, Union General, charged his men up this hill toward the Confederates, and he got slammed back. This is back in May of 1863. This is during the siege. They tried another way to get to them, and this failed again also. Another failure. So the Confederates just bomb blasted them. Here's a storyboard. May 22nd, 1863, during the siege, Confederate sharpshooters would shoot down these trenches after these people. See that? That's where Thayer's men was, and they came up this hill and they got shot down. They gave it to them. So it's steep. I don't know how these guys ran up this hill. There's some more markers over there within those woods. So this is stop 6. We're gonna miss some stops because some of the road is closed. I'll have to explain that to you later. We do have a problem here with the roads, and so it's been closed since 2014. They never fixed it. Isn't that nice? So we missed some of the battlefield because of the closures. All right, see you later. Okay, this is stop number 8. This is the Vicksburg National Cemetery. You can see the headstones out there. This cemetery was established in 1866, and what they did is they buried every Union soldier who died between the Arkansas state line and the Mississippi coast here. And so they disinterred many dead and brought them here. A total of 17,000 are laid here from the Civil War, and 3/4 of them, they have no names on the graves because they can't identify them. It's the largest Civil War cemetery in the nation here in Vicksburg. There's no Confederates buried here. They buried Confederates at a different cemetery. And here's a storyboard for it right here. Interesting. Very interesting. So this is stop 10. I'm sorry, stop 8. And now we're gonna go and visit the USS Cairo. Okay, see ya. Okay, we're at the USS Cairo. Yep, the real boat, the real USS ironclad, the Cairo. Here's a storyboard on it. It was sunk December 12th, 1862 in the Yazoo River. The vessel was found in 1956, raised, restored, and located here. It's the only remaining ironclad of its type in existence. Let's go check it out. Here it is. It's underneath a big tent to protect it. So we need to go this way, it looks like. There's a museum right there. The biggest problem we have with the museum is it's closed today. So we cannot go in the USS Cairo Museum, but we could go into the boat. So that's what we're gonna do. Look at the setup they have here. Wow, isn't that something? Yeah, it's something. All right, let's go in a boat. Okay, here I am approaching the boat, the USS Cairo. Look at this. I didn't know it had wood too. See that? Oh, they put iron over the wood. I see that now. Huh. There are 7 of them. Here's a storyboard that talks about 7 ironclads in 100 days that they built. This is one of them. Let's go check it out. It says here, no smoking, climbing, pets, eating, or drinking. Wow, here's another storyboard. It was torpedoed. Huh, and sunk. 16 miles up the Yazoo River. She hit Confederate mines. Look at that. That's the real boat, guys. We got some cannon. Look at that. Man, these things were powerful back in the day. Was a powerful boat. This was a powerful boat. Let's go take a walk through. Wow. Very cool. Look at that. Oh, they had a paddle wheel. Check that out. Full steam ahead. It was run by steam. Check that out. Look at that. That's how it propelled. There's the cannons. Let's go up to the front. Wow. Talk about being cool here, huh? Here's the crew of immigrants. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. They had French, Danish, Russian, German, Ireland, England, Caribbean. They had everybody here on these boats. This is the original boat. We're in the original Civil War ironclad. Look at that. That's a capstan right there. And here's the guns. Wow. This was worth the trip just to see this. Wow. Now what is this here? A ton an hour. It used coal to run the steam engines. See that? Very cool. Okay. That's it. That's the Cairo. Okay, there's a storyboard right here. The pilot house is up on top. Look, right up in here. See, that's what you see up on top as we came in with the iron on it. So they were up there piloting it. Huh. All right. That's the last part of the Cairo we're seeing. Again, we can't go in the museum. It's closed. But you can walk through the boat. Pretty big boat. These are not small. I don't know how they floated, but they did. Very nice. Nice setup. The USS Cairo. Okay. We'll show you some more. Okay. This is tour stop 9, Fort Hill. This is the northernmost Confederate stronghold, and it overlooks the river. Now let me give you an idea first here of what it looks like viewing over the river. So this is a very important place. This was a stronghold on the bluffs, they called it. Here's the storyboard. A stronghold on the bluffs. And you can see on the map over there, we are here. See that? The Yazoo River diversion, Mississippi. That's pretty neat. They got that there. Now let me put my camera over the fence and you can see they sunk the USS, what was it, Savannah? No, Cincinnati. What is Savannah? The USS Cincinnati was sunk twice. Once here. Look at that, there's some barges down there. So it's like a U. They had to come around this curve and they had to go slow, and they were getting bombarded from this fort right over here to my right. There's the fort. Let's go take a look. The Tennessee batteries were here. Cannons. Tennessee cannons were here. All right, let me get on top of the fort. Okay, just imagine several cannon here. Not just these few. This is the fort. On top of this bluff. Now let me turn around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So these were Tennesseans. Now look at the view they had of the river. See that? That's the view that they had to come around. So when they came around that bend, right where those barges are at. They just blasted them from here. And they had a great sight, though. They had a great view. Wow. Pretty easy, you know, to aim your cannons. If you miss by a little bit, you should adjust a little bit. I mean, you're right there. They can't shoot back. You're up on this bluff, 300 feet up. Woo wee, what a view. And there's, down that way, is across the river. That's across the river over there. I can see the river. Wow. So this is Johnston's Company, Tennessee Heavy Artillery. They had it built right. Pretty good defense. You know, when you hit these guys, you got to get it right. Otherwise, you're not going to hit them. You're going to hit the dirt when you're aiming this way. Fort Hill. Stop number 9. This is way up. Let me walk this way and I'll show you. We're even way up from where we parked. So I don't know how they carry the cannons up here and all the ammo, but those horses must have worked hard. Look at that. There's down the hill there. So that's the Confederate stronghold over here. The Union Army was over there, and then the river was to my right. That's it. Stop 9. All right. We're going to be heading to the next stop. Okay, this is stop number 10. It's called a Stockade Redan. This is where the Confederates were entrenched, facing the Union Army on the other side. This monument here is the Missouri Monument. Look at this thing. Now this Missouri Monument is to the Missourians that fought on the Confederate side. There's some that fought on the Union side too, from Missouri. There's that. Look at that. Beautiful. So this is where, and it's not that far. These guys were close. I've been to Gettysburg, and you know, the two armies were far apart at Gettysburg. Not here. Here they're like a couple hundred yards away from each other. That's amazing. I mean, here's where the stockade was, and if you see those monuments right there, they're maybe 300 yards away. That's where the Union was. They're not that far apart. They're blasting each other. That's amazing. Here's a monument. They have monuments to all the commanders. This is interesting. Brigadier General Martin Green. He was killed June 27th, 1863 here. So that's how close they were. See the blue markers there? That's Union. And the red markers here, that's Confederate. So this was a stockade, and they defended it against the Union. A lot of guys died here, including this general. I didn't know that. Martin E. Green. Commanding Brigade, Bowen's Division, Confederate States. He died here. Huh. Wow. So, this was stop 10. We'll go to the next stop. There's another monument over there. I don't know who that is. I'm trying to read it. Another state. All right, we'll show you some more. Okay, we're at the stop 11. It's called the Great Redoubt. This is where the Confederates had the strongest stronghold that defended Vicksburg and the road into Vicksburg. Again, this thing's up on a hill looking down. Again, Confederates were here. Union was coming up from where those trees are at. Back over here is a beautiful monument to Brigadier General Lloyd Tilghman, who was killed here. Look at that monument of him. That's the general's monument. Near the close of the Battle of Champions Hill. Oh, he was killed May 16th. Oh, that's Champions Hill. That was east of here. That's before they got here to Vicksburg. So I guess they put his monument here in Vicksburg. Yeah, he was killed in Champions Hill, which was a battle they fought before they got here. Grant was marching toward Vicksburg, it went through Champion Hill. So, I'm glad I read that. He was killed in Champion Hill, not here. And here's another monument to somebody. Let's see who it is. Daniel W. Adams, first Louisiana Brigadier General. Look at the view he has from his monument. Now the Mississippi monuments, let me walk over here. All these monuments are all a little different, but the Mississippi monuments all have gold lettering inside. Let me show you. This one, if you could see it, the printing is in gold. Oop. Here. See? None of the other ones have that. This is the 7th Battalion, Mississippi. And here's a beautiful monument up that way. I can't remember which state that was. I should know it. There's too many monuments to count, to remember. Okay. So this is stop number... What stop again is it, Vic? Stop 11. Huh. I lost track of the stops. All right. We'll show you some more. Okay. Okay. This is a storyboard about the redoubt and redan and the difference between them. The redoubt was a rectangular formation, and a redan is like an arrow, triangle. So that's how they call these fortitudes. So a redan is like a triangle, redoubt, rectangle. Interesting. For protection. And this here was a redoubt. So this was rectangular here. Okay. We'll show you some more. Okay, this is a bonus video. We stopped here and we found a Mississippi monument. Look at this thing. That's a beautiful monument from the state of Mississippi. And here is a storyboard on it. Dedicated 1909. Look at all the people there. The Mississippi. Look at the nice bronze figurines. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to continue. We're heading to the next stop. Okay, this is stop number 12 on the tour. This is called a Texas Lunette. And this is where the Texans beat the heck out of the Union Army when they attacked up this hill. There's a monument here of somebody. Let's see. It's hard to read because the sun is not in my direction. Oh, this is Jeff Davison. Jefferson Davison. President Jefferson Davison. That's who this is. Davis. So this is stop 12, where the Texans took care of all the Union Army. They came up trying to fight up this hill and they just blew them away. I got some old trees here, boy. Look at that old oak. Wow. Not a very busy battleground today. We see some tourists, not a lot. There was a couple buses that came through, but we didn't see them since we left the visitor center. So this is it. There's Jeff Davis. Okay, next stop. Okay, this is stop 13. This is called a Railroad Redoubt. Again, a redoubt is a triangular shaped fortification. This is a spot where the Texans fought hand to hand to save this fortification. And believe it or not, this is where they have the Texas monument. The state monument's right here. I'm going to walk up to it. I'll get back to you. Okay, here's the Texas monument. That's pretty neat looking. That's got gold lettering too in there. So this is where the Texans fought hand to hand against the Union and beat them off. And one of the several times they had attacks during the siege. Wow, what a fortification they got here. This is very interesting. So, this is stop number, oop, I turned the camera too fast. 13. We got 2 more to go. Again, there are going to be some stops that are missing because they closed the darn road forever. They don't want to fix it. Let's see what this says. Walls, Texas Legion, Army of Vicksburg, Colonel T.N. Wall. He must have been a savior. Huh. All right, we'll go to the next stop. Okay, here's the storyboard for stop number 13. You see the railroad redoubt, that's where we're at. They fought hand to hand here. Hand to hand. This is the time after this event happened. This is when Grant decided to take Vicksburg by siege and not by battle, not by storm. So he decided on this day, or after this skirmish of hand-to-hand combat, that trying to take it head-on was not the way to go. So he started his siege starting May 22nd, 1863. Okay, we got 2 more stops. This is stop number 14. This is called Fort Garrett. Colonel Garrett was here, defended this redoubt. Redoubt, remember, is triangular shaped, and this thing is triangular shaped. I can't show you the whole thing. And in June, he had a battle against the Union Army. They went hand to hand, and they had other battles, and they had like sharpshooters. And the sad thing, he got shot right through the heart and died here. And he was going to become a general. He never got his general papers until after he died. So this is Fort Garrett. Look at this. The most preserved fort in the whole battlefield. Let me take a walk up here and show you what it overlooks. Look at this. And the Union's over there. See all the blue signs? They got within 50 feet of this fort, but they were expelled. I'm amazed how close these 2 lines are in this battlefield. Nowhere near like where Gettysburg was like. These guys are right on top of each other. Okay, we'll go to the next stop. Okay, this is stop number 15. It's the last stop on the auto tour, and this is called Hovey's Approach. Now, remember I said in that last stop how close they were? Well, look how close they were. There's the fort. Here's his approach, and they dug trenches toward the fort. So they dug them slowly in like zigzag pattern to get to the fort. Isn't that something? That's how close these 2 lines were. That's the difference between a siege and a battle. You see, Gettysburg was a battle. This was a siege. Amazing. These guys were only a couple hundred yards, not even that. They said they got within 50 feet of the fort with the trenches. They're digging trenches. See, this is all Union Army here by this tree line. And there's the fort. They had them surrounded. Huh. Very cool. Okay. We'll catch you later, alligators. Okay, here's some bonus footage. This is the Iowa Monument here at Vicksburg. Look at that. Beautiful. March 29th, 1863 to July 4th, 1863. Yep, they surrendered on the last day of Gettysburg. Here's the marker. That's the Iowa Monument here at Vicksburg. And there's some more monuments over here. I don't know who they are. Another overview of what the terrain is like. Amazing. Okay. See ya.